If you listen to Jeff Bezos, Warren Buffett, they'll all say best investment you can make is in yourself. Well, that's a Warren Buffett quote, but they'll tell you to read, they'll tell you to absorb. Mark Cuban, all the greats. Gary Vaynerchuk, bit of a different one. He will actually tell you to observe people and study from that perspective, but most will tell you that you need to read. The problem is I've got hundreds of books that I've either read or to read, and I'm a big believer in reading, but it's getting through them all and making sure you can find them, and then also getting the right book, then spending the time to read it. It can be quite difficult. So I'm going to summarize one of the best books I've seen on business ownership, business leadership, business management. So if you're an owner of a business and you're thinking, I really want one book that really summarizes what it's like to be a business owner and give you a bit of a perspective and kick up the arse, then this is absolutely it. This is your book. So the no bullshit, ruthless management of people and profits. Why am I recommending this book as something you absolutely need to read? So this book will give you insight into various different bits, but I've pulled a few bits that I've got from the book that have been really insightful to share with you today. So if you're not a reader, you can take a little bit of this and run away with it, but I would still recommend you get the book, borrow the book, and obviously read the book. Number one message from Dan is that systems control your business. However, coaches like myself will position to you that they're really complex. They're not. Putting in systems is simple. Once they're in, you can replicate them, change them, upgrade them, and develop them. But in essence, that is what will make you a successful business, is implementing really good systems. Second point is the worst number in business is the number one. To have one client, to have one staff member, to have one X, one Z, whatever it is. If you've got one in your business, then there you are at huge risk that one leaves and you're in a massive amount of problem. So if there's a lot of ones coming in your company, then I would work on changing that client from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4. Yeah, again, put systems in for business development, put systems in to attract new clients, but get that off number one. If you've got one employee, they walk away, you're back to square one again, and you are on your own. So make sure that you're looking to scale, you're looking to get bigger, and that you are focusing on getting away from one. Another great message, Gary Vaynerchuk's a big pusher of this particular quote. It comes in here. I also run an executive search business, so it's a lot of quotes come out of recruiters is hire really quickly, get the right people in, blah, blah, blah. I'm a big believer of that, but hire slowly, fire fast. When you're assessing the right people, make sure they are right. And if they are not right, exit them fast. Do not hold on. Do not, let them have 6-9 months. And I've been a victim certainly of that with people not producing. Make sure if they're wrong, if they're waving that red flag, if you're starting to see concerns, you're starting to have conversations whether they're right or not, obviously intervene, help, develop as you possibly can. But if they're not receptive to your development and your support, then you need to exit them fast. Big message for me from this book is that employees not working in the hours that you have given them is theft of the business. Now that sounds a bit brutal, but let me put this into context. If at the end of the month you decide that you're not going to pay your employees, they're obviously going to leave, but you're going to end up in court, in tribunals, and all sorts of problems. Now, if an employee decides for a month they're not going to work, let's say we're in post-COVID, a lot of working from home, there's not much you can do. You can obviously exit from the business, but you're not going to be able to claim that time back, and you're probably still going to have to pay them for the hours that they've not worked. I know it's a ball ache, but this is business ownership. So treat when employees are not delivering, not working, basically tossing it off, that they are accountable and that you treat that as theft, and you have a proper process that you take people through and a culture that people don't sack it off. People work hard. You need to do it for the business, you need to do it for yourselves, etc. from there. And there's ways and means of getting around that, but do not accept people that do not work. Another really key message, I think the last two, this one and the last one are really key for me, is your employees are friendly to you until you stop paying them. Once that employee leaves, 9 times out of 10, they're going to slag you off, they're going to be horrible to you, they're going to tell you how bad your business is, and they won't do this to your face, but they'll certainly do it behind your back. So making sure that you are not treating them like your friends, not letting them get away with everything, not letting them have, their own way. It's a business, they're there, they're employed, and they've got to earn their money. And make sure that you are treating your employees not like friends, and that you are treating them like employed members of your business. So that'd be my kind of top 5 that I've learned from this book. We take huge amounts of risk when we start up companies. We lose our biggest customer, we earn less, we hurt. The rest of the team isn't taking a salary drop in the most part, so we hurt big. I think we need to realise what it is that we do as running companies, employing people, giving people opportunities. And we need to be a little bit harder. We need to be a little bit more focused, a little bit less aware of, okay, how's this person? Oh, yeah. And we need all of that, I agree, but we need to be less on it. Because I think most business owners are very accustomed to their employees and very attentive and very supportive. And I'll do a separate video on all of that. But this is all about kind of gaining a little bit more control for those people that are underperforming and getting a better handle on them and giving them a bit more of a push. It's very lonely at the top of a business. And I say this a lot. When you're at the top of the company, you go home, and if your partner doesn't run a business or they're not in the same industry as you, they don't know what it's like. They don't know what it's like to fire somebody. It's the horriblest thing I've ever done, ever, is to take away somebody's salary, take away somebody's livelihood, and what people rely on. Unfortunately, rely on this money thing too much. But horrible to lose a big client, horrible to get something wrong, horrible to have a really bad day. And it's all piled on you. Even as a manager in a business, it's all leveled up when you're running your own company, and it all piles on those shoulders. So make sure you've got a good network. And what I would recommend is that if you haven't already, get a coach, get a consultant that works with you, get somebody who can help you with implementing strategy, help you with discussions, help you with conversations about the tough ones, point you in the right direction. It doesn't have to be me, it could be someone else, but look at that and invest in it. Find the right person and absolutely work with them to overcome your challenges and achieve your goals. So if you do want to reach out to me, it's alex.rawlings@rawblueprint.com. And if you've got any questions, even if it's just, Alex, I want a bit of free advice, drop me a message on that and I'd be delighted to help.